Cars 2 Mater's Tall Tales isn't that good of a game. It's a simple minigame collection that is very, very boring. But I've already covered most of the Cars video games, so why not cover this one? Before we get started, I'd like to show you this graph. It shows how many of my viewers are subscribed, and this graph looks a little off, right? So if you could scroll down and subscribe, that'd be great. It motivates me to create more videos, and it gets my videos out there to more people. Back to the game, Cars 2 and Mater's Tall Tales is a game based on the Cars 2 shorts, specifically the Mater's Tall Tales sub-series. Basically, Mater tells Lightning a bunch of crazy stories, like him being a firefighter or a wrestling car or being friends with a UFO. This game basically adapts those shorts into a bunch of minigames. This game was released on the PC and Wii, and you can definitely tell the amount of pointer movement required is more than I have seen in any other non-Wii exclusive game. First, you're prompted to create your own car, and that's actually kinda cool. There are a few different options to choose from when it comes to customization, but to be honest, there isn't much. Choose a body type, wheel type, accessories, stickers, color, a spoiler, and that's about it. There are around 9 choices for each category, and in my opinion, that's not much. And in the story, your custom character is a guy who goes around and helps Mater and all the stuff he does. To get to the actual minigames, there are 30, 5 for each short. Let's start with Rescue Squad Mater, since that's the only one available at the start. And no, I will not be talking about all 30 minigames. I'll just be talking about the ones that were actually cool, also known as the only ones I actually remember. The story of this short is that Mater is a fire engine, and there's a fire he's got to put out. So, first, we've got to get to the building that's on fire. It's a regular driving segment, but you can also grab coins for points. Get enough points, and you get a trophy. The trophies don't mean anything, they just exist to prove how well you did. Then, you have to get all the stuff in the building out, so none of it gets damaged. You gotta move, but not too fast, otherwise the stuff you're carrying will fall over. Then, you take control of the water hose, and you put out a bunch of fires. Apparently the fire got so large that the entire block is on fire, so that's why you move around buildings. Finally, you chase the ambulance back to the hospital. I don't remember this one because it was cool or any fun, but because it's really stupid. Why am I chasing an ambulance? Aren't we on the same side trying to save lives? And why is the ambulance throwing out first aid kits? Why do we need to pick them up? To give them back to the ambulance? We never see that happen, but that's my best guess. And if you couldn't tell, this is a part that wasn't in the original short. No wonder it makes no sense. Next is El Matador. Mater is a bulldozer fighter in this short, and we gotta help him out, somehow. The first minigame is a matching game. Match the spectators with someone else who is identical. Next, there's a chasing minigame. You've got the red cape, and you've got to keep it. A few forklift cars chase you around, and if they keep chasing you without getting the cape, you get points. You get a bunch of points if you end the round with the cape. Then there's a button mashing game. Mash the X button, then when the bar turns red, tap the A button. Pretty simple. Finally, there's a game where you have to collect the roses fans throw at you while also avoiding the bulldozers. Next is the best short, Tokyo Mater. In this short, Mater goes to Tokyo and becomes a drift car. The first minigame is us painting Mater. Paint with A and refill your paint can with X. Next is a drifting game. Hold the stick in either left or right, and you will begin drifting in that direction. You'll have to change direction eventually so you don't hit other cars, and the trick is to drift as long as possible without changing direction. Next, a bunch of ninja cars attack you, so you gotta throw fireballs at them while they throw ninja stars at you. And finally, you go up the Tokyo Tower while jumping over and ducking under obstacles. Next is Mater the Greater. In this short, Mater is a stunt car, so he does stuff like jump through fire hoops and jump into water from 38 quintillion feet in the air. The first minigame is a find the car game. We see the car we need to find, and then we click on them. Next is a game of jump rope. Eventually it gets harder as we have 2 jump ropes at the same time to jump over, and then these ropes light ablaze. Next we've got to jump over hurdles. Mash X to build your gauge, then tap A to jump. And finally, a diving game. pop the balloons with the points, and then land in the water. Next is Monster Truck Mater. In this short, Mater is a wrestling car. First, Mater fights a guy called the Ice Creamer, and you gotta collect all the ice cream that is thrown off the stage. Next, the game turns into an arcade first-person shooter. There are circles and the cars attacking you, and you hit the circles in the time limit, and the other car's attack fails. And I'm a bit confused. What does shooting the other car have to do with wrestling? Next is a button mashing game. Mash either B, A, or X depending on what the game tells you to do. And finally, the final minigame is, it's a fighting game. It's actually kinda cool. B for light attack, X for heavy attack, and A for special attack when the bar is full. This is the best minigame, and it's somewhat fun. And finally, we have Unidentified Flying Mater. Mater meets a UFO that crash lands, he names it Mator, and starts playing with it. The first minigame is where Mater throws a bunch of tires into the air, and you gotta throw hubcaps into the tires. Eventually, Mator joins in and telekinetically lifts a bunch of tires, and he even starts moving them. Second, Mator teaches us and Mater how to fly, and we gotta fly through the rings that Mator creates. Then we have a Frogger clone. Since Mator is a UFO, the military has captured him, so we've gotta sneak around the cars outside the base. Then we grab Mator and have to leave the base. And finally, we have to drive away from the base and reach Mator's mother so she can deliver us home. And that's all the shorts. Overall, they were fine. Just fine. These minigames are really short and really simple. They don't have much to them and are really boring. This game is so short, in fact, that I beat the game in less than 2 hours and I want my $20 back. So I sent in my refund request and thankfully I got the refund. And speaking of that refund policy, how was the Steam port? Well, it's only a little bit better than International Sport. Namely, the game's resolution maxes out at something stupid like 1920 by 1080. If future Zemshia will correct me if I'm wrong. Thankfully, the game also has 1280 by 720 as an option, which is 16 by 9, so I just use that. That's why the game footage looks so pixelated, even though this video is recorded at and exported at 1080p. Sorry, there's just not much I can do about that besides running all my footage through an AI upscaler. But yeah, that's all I have to say on Cars Toon Mater's Tall Tales. Overall, I don't really like it. The minigames are really simple, really short, and really boring, with only a few standing out as any amount of fun. And if you can, don't make the mistake I did and buy this game at full price. Get the game at a discount. SteamDB lists the lowest this game has gone for as $8, and I'd say that's a fair price compared to the $20 it normally goes for. Heck, at the time of this video's release, the Steam Summer Sale is currently going on and will continue until the 10th of July. So, if you really want this game, I'd say now's a good time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Leave a comment telling me what you thought about this game, maybe another game I could cover, or what I could do better in a future video.